You are watching Kit Kabinet, and this is the inbox review of the Revell Junkers 88C-6 in 1/72 scale. Quite a big box, but Revell's Junkers 88C-6 is a variant of their A4. Let's have a look inside. Okay, in a big box comes a big kit. Let's have a look here. Recessed panel lining. Yes, looking very good. It's often with Revell kits that it's sometimes a hit and miss affair. I mean, the quality of their kits. But this one is a very nice one. You have a very nice interior here. Very nice interior parts. Lots of detail. And the parts of the undercarriage look equally nice. So at the times that Revell does get their quality control right, you get some quite nice models from them. Filegerät wheel here. And of course it was to be expected. Their A4 Junkers was very nice. So yeah, this being based on that kit, it also looks very good. Very nice machine gun detail here. More cockpit parts here. And you have two different noses, two different nose cones. And this one is for the Destroyer, the Zerstörer version. And the one with the extra holes is for the Night Fighter version, with the extra holes for the antennas. Which we'll have a look at in a minute, because there's something with those antennas. Yeah, very nice, nicely crafted machine gun there. So the smaller detail looks very nice as well. And then we have this nice little set of parts. There's actually two bags. Of course, I'm just going to show you one. You get the exhaust pipes here, and for the Night Fighter versions, those exhaust pipes will be covered with these things. Vlammenvernichter. What the hell are they called in English? I don't know. I forgot the English name for this. Yeah, there's another thing. I mentioned the radar aerials, and here we have them. The Night Fighter version included in this box has the so-called Funkgerät 202. It's the earlier style of radar aerials, and they chose to mold the dipoles a bit weird. They look like these ladders here, whereas on the box you can see that here. They're supposed to be these little H-shaped things. So I suppose they did that for ease of molding, but it doesn't look very it doesn't look very accurate. So, well, of course, if you're going to make the Destroyer version, you won't need these anyway. What I did, I bought the aftermarket set here for the Funkgerät 22, the Hirschgeweih installation. And yeah, if you can see, maybe those dipole antennas look very, very thin, as opposed to these kind of rough antennas, or whatever they're supposed to be. So yeah, and it's of course a very prominent feature on a Night Fighter, so either avoid those antennas or get some new ones. And here we have the wheels. They look very, very nice. Some nice profile here. They're not loaded, the wheels. At this scale you can like just sand off one side so that you have like loaded wheels. These wheels are getting a bit on the big side, so you might want to see if you can simulate some bulging at the bottom here with some putty, but that's your choice there. The transparencies They're very clear, and at the short distance towards the cockpit itself, it looks okay. At a larger distance there is some distortion under certain angles, but I think it's for this scale, at these distances, it's perfectly acceptable. And you have a different choice in Canopies. There's like this single machine gun position and this double machine gun position. This one is for the destroyer version, this one is for the night fighter version. And of course these two transparent parts have to be glued together, and you can do that with, like, for example, Tamiya extra thin. It is possible, but you have to be very careful, like not to spill any excess glue anywhere. Of course you could go for the crystal clear to glue that seam, or yeah, one of my latest favorites is using UV glue, because you can apply it either which way you want and it won't harden. You can like wipe any excess away and try again, and only when you activate it with the UV light will it harden, and it will set transparent as well. And the bond is very strong, so be sure to position those parts properly, otherwise like you got a big mess. But yeah, you can like glue transparency on transparency, and also this works very nice for acetate, like vac form canopies and stuff like that. The decal sheet, yeah, it's cartograph, so it's very nice here. You get a truckload of stenciling and small technical markings, technical stencils for over the whole aircraft, so that's very nice. With the open Balkenkreuz here, there is a lot of excess carrier film inside. Yeah, with some decal solvents. Most of the time you can like straighten it out very nicely. So this being Revell Germany, there's no swastikas included, so you have to get those markings as aftermarket sheets. And you have to do a bit of research which styles would be used on which plane. I believe the Night Fighter would use the white outline open ones, and the Sister version would like use the normal black one with a white border. But just do some research before getting those aftermarket decals if you're interested in those aftermarket decals at all. The instruction sheet. You have your stories here, and it's basically, yeah, it's the usual Revell stuff with some warnings and extra information. Your colors, the sprue map, and there are a lot of stages that describe the assembly of this kit, so you cannot go wrong really. With the amount of parts involved, I would not consider this a beginner's kit, but I don't think this is a very difficult kit. You get a really nicely detailed gun bay here, lots of different options, and yeah, this you can build it out of box, but this doesn't look very convincing, so I would advise to get aftermarket parts or like build your own antenna array. Actually, the box art shows it very nicely what it should look like, so you can even use the box art as a reference. Here we have the paint schemes. This is the Night Fighter version flown by Heinrich Prinz Hussein Wittgenstein, German nobility. Looking very nice. And here we have the destroyer version that you can build without the radars, of course. And this apparently a plain green, dark green version, which is a bit awkward. I would expect a splinter pattern here, but I don't know. That's weird. So to sum it all up, I think this is a very nicely detailed and a very well tooled kit. The only letdown in my opinion is like the radar, but the rest looks very good. This one is really nicely tooled and it's got a nice cockpit, and you get a fine kit there. So yeah, your choice.